Hey, Good Fox here. Today we have an interview with Dri Archer's 64 overall card. We even have a surprise guest coming, so stick around for that. The sponsor today is Speed, both the drug and the attribute. Have you done drugs today? Hey, Dri. Bonsoir. So, Dri, what are your thoughts on Brashad Perriman receiving a 97 speed to start the game, while you only received a 96?
It's unacceptable. His 40-yard dash time was taken at his pro day. Mine was at the combine. Even yet, no, you need to add time onto the pro day results to equal combine results. Handheld times are much faster than electronic. 0.2 of a second faster. So he was actually in the 4.4s when compared to my 40.
Yeah, I've heard the same thing. I take it you're angry about that.
I'm not going to break a fuse over it.
I also heard you tied Kelvin Johnson for the record for the fewest steps in the 40-yard dash and were hand-timed at 4.16 in your CBS draft profile.
I am not the one to brag.
Alright, one thing I want to ask you about is why do you have a French accent? Weren't you born in Florida?
Why do you have a shit accent when you were born in a vagina?
Good point.
I have a question for you, Gut Fox.
Okay, ask away.
I've seen you dip your biscuit into other running backs, Adrian Peterson, Ahmad Green, Arian Foster, among many others. Why do you do this when you know I'm all you need at the position?
Well, I need other running backs because they might, do things that well for me that you might struggle in.
Oh, like what?
Well, I need someone to run between the tackles for me.
Between the tackles? A tackle is when someone pushes me to the bounds. I already slip between those tackles with my elusiveness like pills are slipped into women's drinks by Bill Cosby. What more do you need?
No. Between the tackles are in the gaps where the big men in front of you line up.
I know nothing about what's there. Only dragons, I heard. But wait. Is that where that guy appears? That's running in front of me and guards me from defenders? If so, thank you for generating him for me. Not sure how they do that, but thanks. But again, why would you need to run there when you could just run around the defense?
But what if I need a yard and the defense is coming out in a wide formation? I need a big guy to truck the defenders to get that yard.
You're fighting sideways.
Okay, but what about your fumbling issues? Your carrying stats is only 69. I might need someone to hold onto the ball to run out the clock.
69 is a wonderful number. It's my favorite, in fact. You should be glad I have that number as you've never had it. And as to fumbling, when I fumble it goes out of bounds because I'm running next to the sidelines. No problem, we keep the football.
Okay, but still, don't you think that's a little low when you compare it to other players?
You're making the whole cheese out of it where there is no issue.
Alright, well, nice segue. On the topic of cheese, what do you want to say to the people who think running quick toss with you is cheap tactic in online play?
A cheap tactic? If they'll give it to you, do it. That is my motto for life, love, and football. I see nothing cheap about that run at all. If it weren't for my outside toss, your run game would be scythed like wheat fields. Broke. You pick me up, I pick up yards. And I take offense to cheese being used in a derogatory manner. Cheese is one of the finer things in life. You match it with a fine wine, and you are living like Marie Antoinette. Before the whole choppy part.
Alright, well, your real-life counterpart, Dri Archer, got released by the Steelers a few days ago. How does that make you feel?
I care about it like I care about my first shirt.
So you don't mind that he was released?
No, and I mean it's not like it was his fault the blocking was shit on kickoffs and punt returns.
But from what I saw, he seemed uncertain and timid hitting holes on the kickoff.
Well, whatever he did, it was out of my control. I will do whatever my owner beckons of me. Run me into 11 guys. I don't care. I'll get up and do it again.
Okay, but getting back to you not caring about your real-life counterpart, doesn't that mean you won't be back for next year?
Is my ass made of chicken? Of course I'll be back next year. I'll put my hand in the fire. You think a team is not going to sign someone who ran the forward 1/6 time and produced like the creme de la creme in college? Come on, don't make me blue.
Do you find any humor in the fact that Pittsburgh replaced you with a guy that Mike Tomlin tripped a couple years back?
Humor? We did not look after the pigs together, so do not push grandma in a stinging nettle. How dare you take liberties with me? But look at his stats this year. Bringing him on is like pissing in the violin. He's useless. But I'm getting swollen by this talk. Let's move on.
Okay, I guess it's time to introduce our surprise guest. Surprise? Yes, and many of you know Dri Archer more recently received a 70 overall card with the Halloween promotion, Most Feared. He's an upgrade in every stat on Dri, with the most important being the extra speed. How are you, Most Feared, Dri?
I'm great. I'm the fastest man in the game with elusiveness that'll drop panties, juke, nuke 'em, and balls to the wall determination. I'll make love to a woman and leave before she wakes up. Go ahead. Hit that switch right there and turn off the lights.
I'm not going to do that. But if I could just ask a few questions about how you two are dealing with the situation. Two silver Dri Archers and if it's weird. Is that a fucking question, cowboy? Well, I'll answer it anyways. It ain't weird for me. I'm the best. He sucks.
You nail your beak.
I will not, Frenchy White Flag. Or should I say, Frenchie White, hey, remain civilized right here.
Alright, but he started it.
He clearly didn't. But back to what I was saying, I'm the fastest man in the game. I'll burn past you carrying a match and have a lit cigarette by the time I'm in the end zone. Well, you're not exactly the fastest. What do you mean? What about Brashad Perriman? Perriman, you know hand time 40s are 0.2 of a second faster than electric Fords? I may have heard that somewhere before. But I have faster acceleration, still making me the fastest player in the game. And Mario Alford, same thing, acceleration, plus he sucks. Can't you do better, Gut Fox? Okay, how about Odell Beckham Jr.? I didn't realize we were talking with Bill Gates here. Do you know how many deals with the devil I had to make to get this speed? How many times I fiddled for this speed? Once? Yeah, once, but don't forget I was 7 feet tall with 99 speed. You can't match that. I was Shaq and Usain Bolt and something over Mary Shelley would imagine. I don't have to rhyme to tell you how that was. Rhyme? Usain. Insane? Yeah, you're right, it was insane. But I got a question for you, little bro. I looked up some French here. 210 source?
You piece of chicken, am I managing? Is what he's asking. Like I am irrelevant. You fart higher than your head is located. How dare you spit in my soup, you ungrateful donkey. Without my base, you be nothing.
So I'm standing on a giant's shoulders?
Exactly.
Sorry, I didn't finish. A giant piece of shit shoulders? I'm knee deep here. Okay here, man. Bay Street, I mean, you are still really valuable in solos, so don't forget that.
Solos, you are shitting me off. Don't tell me like I'm a rotten fish. I'm still a premier runner. I have this defense like the 2 feet in the same clog. But I have had enough of this fast. I bid you both adieu.
Okay, well, goodbye, Dri. Actually, I have to go too. The NFL drug testers are at my door. I think they're here because I went from 5'8" to 7 feet tall overnight. Anyway, thanks for having me on. I gotta run. All right, thanks for coming on, guys. And viewers, I apologize for this brief interview. I guess when you get two electric runners in the same conversation, things tend to get a little short. Thanks for watching. Call to action. I'll see you tomorrow.